What is up, everybody? It's Sunday, for me at least, so it's sometime in the future for you. I don't actually know when this is going up because my schedule. But it's Sunday for me, which means yesterday was Saturday, which means it was Supercross day. Which, again, this is, I think, the third video I've done on this, and if you're new, and if you haven't watched the other two, this is just what I do on after Supercross days. So, spoiler alert, Austin Faulkner, Austin Faulkner won, and Cooper Webb won, which, if you're looking at that first picture, or if you saw the first picture in the video, I'm going to try and put a little clip of the last, 5 seconds, maybe, if it doesn't get copyrighted, of the, last 5 seconds of the 450 race, because it was incredible. If you didn't watch it, spoiler, again, sorry, but Webb came back from, 8th, and he was in, I want to say, 2nd place with, no, you don't know, we'll do the 250 first, how about that? We'll go in the way that the races went. So, Austin Faulkner won, that's his second perfect day, fastest qualifying heat win and race win, I want to say it was. Yeah, that sounds about right. And I know it was his second win in a row, and I think it was his second perfect day in a row, which they had something, and I think it's the first time it's been done in 10 years or something, and Jake Weimer was the last person to come close, doing it 3 out of 5 rounds, something. Whatever. But this race was kind of boring. I mean, Austin Faulkner got out front, and with half the race to go, he already had a 3-second lead. Sexton threw it away horribly. Smith threw it away horribly. I think Sexton stalled it once, coming around a corner, and then fell over or something, going around another corner, almost into a wall jump. Yeah, I know he did both those. I just don't remember how each one occurred, but he stalled it once, and he was in second, I think, for about half the race. He was in second, then he stalled it, and I think he went down to third, maybe fourth, and then he just blew it away. Jordan Smith, because Sexton stalled it, acquired second, oh, hey, look at me, this is nice. And then he blew it on the whoops, I want to say, and then he went down to fourth or fifth. Who knows? That's the 250s are whatever. There's well, at least in the East Championship, there's Faulkner, Sexton, Smith, Cooper. That's all. That's the only racing you're gonna see. Everyone else is kind of Davalos, who's 31 and has been in 250s forever, never done anything. I guess you've got Oldenburg, who's up there, and maybe Alex Martin, but neither of them did anything this race. I mean, they're top 10 maybe. Yeah, the 250s that's what it was. Austin Faulkner had a pretty hilarious, mistake-filled heat race, but he still won it, and then he won the main, and he's on his roll. Now, the 450s, on the other chance, you had Barsha had a really bad night. If you didn't watch, he got speared by Tyler Bowers for apparently something that happened a year ago, which, whatever, that's some childish shit a year ago, and especially Tyler Bowers. I understand he's way better at riding a dirt bike than I could ever hope to be, because obviously he does this professionally and won some arena cross things, but he's a top 15 at best. And you have Barsha, who he may not have been good in the last few years, but he's won this year, and I think he was in 4th or 5th in the points. He's challenging, and you spear him, and his bike goes over the berm, and he's just standing there okay, well, this race is done. I'm going to the LCQ. Wins the LCQ. He gets to, I think, the first corner in the 450 main and overshot the first corner, and he was off the track, and I think he ended up being 16th or 17th to start the race. It was not a good day for him. I think he came back to probably 8th, 9th, I want to say. I want to say it was 9th. He had a pretty good comeback. And then you had the real race, which was Tomac starting out in first, Roczen behind him, and Musquin all racing. Like, you have Musquin, Tomac, Roczen, and Webb, the top four. And the three of them were in the first three positions at the beginning of the race. Like, I think Webb was like 8th or ninth out of the first few corners, something like that. And you had Baggett up there too, and whatever. But you had Tomac, who had a good, I don't know, second lead out of the first half a lap, and then Roczen came back past him, and who knows what happened to Tomac. He blew it again, like classic Tomac does in Supercross. He was in first, went down to second, and then fell in a rut, either went in too early or the tire grabbed or whatever. He blew it down to like 6th or 7th, and then something else happened to him, and he went down to like, I don't know, 12th or 13th. He was just, there he goes. He's way out now. And in the opposite, you have Webb, who went from 8th or 9th, whatever it was in the first corner, to like 6th, and then up to battling for second with Musquin. And I think it was only like 3 minutes left or something. I want to say 3 minutes, and he had like a 2-second gap between him and Roczen at first. And in 3 minutes, he made up 2 seconds. Well, 3 minutes or 3 laps, technically. Because they were doing like 50-something, 51, 52-second laps. So, in 3 minutes, he made up a pretty good portion of time. And I don't know what the split was. I don't think they tell you that. But he must have won the race by 0.00001. Because it was so close. And, I mean, I don't think it was even a dirty pass to make the win. You know, he cut across the track, but Roczen, you didn't drive him off the track. He still had his own lane. Not a lot of room, but he still had room. You didn't hit him. I mean, it was definitely tough or aggressive, however you want to put it, but it wasn't like mean. I don't know, whatever. But if you watched it, it was incredible to go from 9th to 1st in a race. Like, normally if you're in 9th place, you're going to end up around, and you're fast, you're like 4th or 5th, maybe you get a podium. You don't come all the way back and win. I think this is his 4th? I want to say 4th win of this season? That sounds about right to me, maybe? So he's going to get the red plate now back from Roczen, who's only probably going to be a point or two behind him because he finished second. Tomac, I don't even know how far he dropped down, finishing 12th. Yeah, where is it? I'm watching the highlights right now, and we're at 4 minutes left, and he's not 11th. So he's 12th or worse, wherever he finished. I don't know. It was a good race, but it's gotta suck to be Musquin in this too, because he had the last, 3-4 years behind Dungey, watching him win championships, and it's like, oh, well, Dungey retires, I'm going to be the number 1 KTM guy. This is great. And then here comes Webb, and Webb's won 4 I think Webb has won more races this year than Musquin has for KTM in general. Like, that's pretty bad. You're supposed to be the number 1 guy, and the first year rider on KTM is now 1, winning races, and 2, straight up passing and gapping you. Like, he passed Musquin and put 4 seconds on him. It doesn't look very good for Musquin when you're supposed to be the number 1 rider, and oops, you know, this new kid, well, I guess he's not new, he's a 3rd-year racer, 2nd or 3rd-year racer now, but he's still passing Musquin, which doesn't look good for anyone on Musquin's side of the team, and it's great for Webb, there's the word. But this race was awesome. I mean, the track was kind of, I think, boring, that really weird, like, sort of bull turn roller thing around the, like, 180. It was just kind of awkward and slow. It was whatever. The couple wall jumps in it are fine. I get it. But whatever. I don't know. To me, this was a good race. I mean, especially to see, like, the end of it, and just, it was great. So, yeah. I think this is round 7. This is Arlington. And I enjoyed it a lot. I think this is probably one of my more interested races I've watched in the last out of the season. And yeah, I'll see y'all later. Peace.